Proud to broadcast high school athletics
online
from Portland's West Side.
We are West Side Mobile Media,
Banks, Oregon.
Coffee Roaster, Sarah Hesselman Keller Williams Realty, Scoggins Creek Coffee, Shannon Jennings Insurance, Specialty Screen Printing, Tenente's Pizza, Terry Powell American Family Insurance, and Wana Credit Union. Now here's the voice of Westside Mobile Media, Trevor Beard, alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee.
Good evening and welcome to a very windy Evergreen Athletic Complex as tonight the Banks Braves make the trip down I-5 over 200 miles tonight to take on the Hidden Valley Mustangs, a team that has played just one contest after beating Malala last week here at home 36-0. Hidden Valley originally scheduled to take on Elmira in week 1, but that game was postponed, I believe, due to smoke. And Jonathan, do you think the wind could play a factor tonight?
Very much so, particularly in the kicking game. And, of course, we know we've got a great kicker out there in Wyatt Hesselman, so it'll be interesting to see. He's got a pretty strong leg, but it'll be interesting to see how strong his leg is today, and depending on if he has the wind at his back or in his face. Right now, if Banks were to go from east to west like they're warming up right now, he would have the wind at his back in the first and third quarters. So we'll have to see how that does play a factor. Well, definitely it's blowing about, I would say, guesstimate 15 to 20 miles per hour easily. I mean, Old Glory there in the end zone to our left is flying away. I mean, it's not a wrinkle. I mean, it's definitely ironing out the flag. That is how windy it is. And across the way, we've got some bleachers with yellow tape. They are really flapping around here on the far sidelines. That's back sport where the Braves will be stationed at on the sidelines. So, yeah.
Talk about the Braves contest last week at Estacada. Not a very good performance, kind of overmatched, especially with the big offensive line for Estacada, kind of outsizing Banks 2-1, and that was key for the Rangers in their win last week, 33-7, with a heavy dose of triple option.
Absolutely, and tonight they're going to see pretty much a little bit, not too much of the run. I mean, there is a full stable of running backs for the Mustangs offense, if you will. 4 or 5 running backs that can run the football, but they're more of a balanced attack. Coach Mike Fanger in his first year here at Hidden Valley, running things for the Hidden Valley football team. He's known around the Portland metro area as a spread offense guy, but this year with the personnel they have, got to be a little bit more balanced, but he definitely has somebody, a gunslinger back there who can throw the ball very far, very effective, and very accurate. That would be Nate Vidlac, getting excited to see number 7 operate in that blue and orange for the Hidden Valley Mustangs. But Banks, they're going to have to be solid all over the field, the secondary and the linebackers, not just defending the run, but defending the pass tonight. Whole new challenge.
Vidlac, a name you might be familiar with, Sam Vidlac, Nate's older brother, third-string quarterback, at least below the second spot on the depth chart for Oregon State. May have a chance to play tomorrow as the Beavers host Idaho. Nate, Sam's younger brother, seen more, at least from a scouting perspective, as getting more looks from baseball coaches rather than football.
Yeah, known for his the dude can pitch, and he's also a third baseman. So you know he's got a strong arm if he's a starting pitcher and a third baseman. And at third base, you need to throw the ball across the infield, and he's got his fastball, according to BaseballNorthwest.com, goes 90 to 93 miles per hour. That was last year as a junior. Now he's a senior, but helped the Banks Braves win helped the Hidden Valley Mustangs win the 4A state championship what was it, a year ago, last summer, yeah. Just trying to think, with the COVID year, it kind of throws it off there, but he led them to a state championship, and he's hoping to do the same thing here for the Hidden Valley Mustangs football team.
Well, we'll go ahead and take a 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have the Sarah Hesselman keys to tonight's game. It's Hidden Valley and Banks. Banks looking to bounce back from their huge loss last week on the road. We'll be back with the keys to the game in 1 minute.
Thinking about updating your kitchen or bath? James Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They offer stone countertop fabrication and installation and cabinet installation services. They'll do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based locally in Washington County, they'll do jobs in most Portland metro locations. Call 503-753-9993 or email jasonbondremodeling@gmail.com. Jason Bond Remodeling, Oregon CCV number 227733.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back with Lee's keys to the game. Jonathan, we talked about a possible fourth key tonight. Go ahead and take us over what Banks needs to do tonight to win this game.
Well, absolutely, and I just want to say, Trevor, it is an absolutely, despite the win, it's an absolutely beautiful day here at the Evergreen Sports Complex in Murphy, Oregon. We are just east of Grants Pass, and just spectacular sunny. Actually, I've noticed just within the last few minutes, the haze around here has kind of subsided a little bit or receded, and it's just got some blue sky overhead, a few white puffy clouds, but no sign of rain right here tonight. Beautiful night for high school football here. But yeah, take a look at those Lee's keys to victory brought to us by Sarah Hesselman, Keller Williams Realty. And, we talk about it every game, but it's so true. Win the battle in the trenches. An offense is only as good as its offensive line. You can't move the ball unless you get good blocking from your line, something the Vidlacs know very good about. They have a great offensive line here at Hidden Valley, and this year kind of young. This can really apply to both teams tonight because both teams kind of have a younger offensive line trying to reload things after losing some starters from a year ago and year and a half ago or so again. But it's true, and for the Banks Braves, it's Taylor Littlejohn and Braden Ball. They are your senior leaders, and they need to show that tonight. They need to lead by example. When leaders lead, others will follow. So who's going to follow tonight? Bottom line, for the Braves to get back in the win column, they need a solid effort from their offensive line. And, of course, don't let Nate be great. Of course, I'm talking about Nate Vidlac, as we've already touched about a little bit. The two-sport athlete, he's 5-0 now as a QB1 of the Mustangs, taking over for his brother Sam. Now with the Beavs, go Beavs. Fenger's offense, traditionally a spread offense, and with Nate's ability to throw the ball, Hidden Valley looks to utilize that strength and throw the ball over the field, but they're still trying to figure out who he really has out there to throw the ball to. So with some running backs back there in the stable, they're going to look to balance it out a little bit. But for sure, the Lida boys, Aaron Brown, they're going to have to be strong and try to outthink Nate and anticipate where that ball is going to go. That'll be a tough test to be sure. And, Nate can throw a 90-plus mile-an-hour fastball on the baseball diamond. And if he's serving gas on the gridiron, it could be a long night for the Banks Braves. And so the secondary must be strong tonight. Don't let Nate be great. And let your horses out to play. Banks must get the ball to their playmakers. But to do that, in order for Cooper to get it out to Charlie White, the all-league tight end, and for Jamar Fletcher to have any room, Jamar Flippin to have any room to run through, the line has got to be stout. They gotta stand up and block for him and give Cooper some protection to throw the ball, and give Jamar or Justin Walters, whoever's going to run the ball, they got to give him lanes to run through. So got to be solid, let your horses out to play, and just bowl right through that Mustang defense.
And one of the things we talked about possibly for a fourth key was with teams both equally young and inexperienced on the offensive line, it might actually come down to the secondary with couple of key secondary players for the Braves. Jamar Flippin, I think the main guy, one of the lone safeties, along with Jack Lyda. And Jack Lyda, I'm a little worried about. He got hurt late in that game at Estacada last week.
Yeah, Jack Lyda, a key factor. He's one of those cornerbacks over there, and they're definitely going to need him to be at 100%. I have seen him out here warming up, and he's looked good moving the football. I mean, moving around out there on the field. Haven't seen him favoring anything, so hopefully just a little, nicked up. I mean, they did play a hard-hitting Estacada team, so you're going to get some bumps and bruises along the way, and we'll see, though. I mean, you could be good, but it could be – you hope that it doesn't come back and maybe nag him or something like that. But he looks good going into it.
Thanks, Jonathan, for keys to tonight's victory. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with a look at the Week 3 schedule presented by Wana Credit Union. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your bank's Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
Small businesses represent so much more than the uniqueness of our area and the personality of our communities. Local business also represents the hard work and history of the places we live, which is why Wana Credit Union is staying open, so that your business can stay open too. Wana Credit Union offers all types of commercial lending options, including business credit cards, vehicle and equipment loans, small business lines of credit, and more. Stop by a branch, reach out to our commercial team, or check out wanafcu.org to open your doors and keep them open so that your business thrives for years to come. Wana Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
And we're back with a look at the 4A District 1 Week 3, that should say Week 3 football schedule. And we're just going to go ahead and step out of that. That was last week's schedule, as that did not get updated prior to tonight's contest. We can tell you that Valley Catholic is at 3A Sutherland, just about 90 minutes up the road from us, just north of Roseburg. Sutherland 2-0, and Valley Catholic has been outscored 106-0 in their first two contests against 3A Philomath and Woodburn, as the wind starts to pick up even more. A couple of other key games involving 4A District 1 teams. Seaside is at Estacada, and Jonathan, I think we're going to find out this week whether or not Seaside is for real, as they faced the very powerful Estacada triple option offense, as we found out last week. Seaside has crushed their first two opponents 103-0, but number 2 Estacada is not quite the same as playing Newport or North Marion.
You know, that game has been circled on my schedule all week as a game that I'm really interested in too, because you've got two teams that have been rolling it up on the opposition. So, you know, what's going to happen in that game? And it could be one of the quickest games of the night, as both teams like to run the football, a steady diet of run left, run right over you. So Seaside and Estacada, you know what? I heard that there's a TV station in Portland that had a featured game from, like, I think a 5A school, and then I saw late or middle of yesterday evening that was canceled for some reason. And it's like, if they're looking for a game to replace that with, all you need to go to Estacada and Seaside at Estacada, that's the game you need to be at for to replace that game with. I mean, it's a game of the week in our conference, and in the Portland metro area, it could be a game of the week on the West Coast. I mean, that's going to be a lot of points scored in that game, and could be over real quick.
Beautiful scene down to our left at the east end of the field as Hidden Valley walks across the back of the end zone behind the goalpost, with each player carrying the American flag and riders on horseback with the state of Oregon flag and an American flag as we prepare, I'm assuming, for tonight's national anthem. Other games going on around the District 1. I keep wanting to say Coapa League. Other games going on tonight around District 1. Astoria hosting former Coapa League member Malala. That game originally scheduled for St. Helens, but St. Helens has had to cancel the last 2 weeks due to COVID. Also tonight, Milwaukee having scheduling issues as they were scheduled to host North Marion. North Marion had to cancel, and now the Mustangs of Milwaukee, Mustangs here also tonight at Hidden Valley, Mustangs of Milwaukee will be hosting 3A Warrenton. Tillamook, the other team out of 4 District 1, is hosting Staten. Tillamook 1-1 after taking a beating last week at home to Marist of Eugene. Marist actually number 2, I believe Estacada number 3 in the latest official OSAA rankings, but again early, only week 2, headed into this weekend's games tonight and tomorrow. After tonight, next week Banks will be back at home for homecoming. A little bit rare, I think, to take on a non-conference foe for homecoming, but the Braves will be hosting 3A Rainier and the Columbians, formerly known as the Trojans. Rainier, formerly the home of the Trojan nuclear plant, and Rainier, one of the perennially one of the top 3A teams in that class, not only in football but many other sports as well. One moment for tonight's national anthem.
Let's rock and roll. Let's go Mustangs.
just spectacular.
Refereeing tonight, head referee Mike Baker, umpire Bruce Foster, head linesman Brian Bowie, line judge Daniel Orr, and back judge Brandon Dollar-High. Banks football team head coach Cole Linehan.
And we're back. 90 seconds to kick off for tonight's game at Hidden Valley High School between the Banks Braves and the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Hidden Valley will be in their home blue and orange numerals. If you're familiar with the Boise State Broncos program, very similar in color scheme, orange numerals with Mustangs across the chest, orange trim underneath the shoulders, orange pants with navy blue stripe down the side. Banks will be in their road white uniforms, navy blue numerals with navy blue and Vegas gold stripes around the shoulders, white helmets with navy blue and Vegas gold stripe down the center with the navy blue, Vegas gold and white arrowhead on the sides of the helmet with white pants.
Banks wearing the Stormtrooper whites tonight. Got the Stormtrooper look, looking to storm in here and pick up a dub.
Every time I see them at road games, their uniforms are always, to me, they always look better than the home ones because they're always so, they look like they're freshly pressed and bleached and really a bright white. Numbers are easy to read. Captains are meeting at midfield on the overlapping, kind of almost faded out navy blue and orange.
I think Banks have won the toss again and deferred to the second half, and the Mustangs will receive and defend the west goal.
Mustangs Field here at Evergreen Sports Complex. Evergreen Financial, a banking institution here in the Rogue Valley, sponsoring this complex at Hidden Valley High School, runs east and west. Banks will be to our right, I believe, to start the game. Banks had a little bit of a transportation issue coming tonight. They had originally planned to take a charter bus, but could not find one available, so they moved the game start time up 1 hour, originally scheduled for 7 o'clock, moved it up to 6 o'clock due to the fact that they could not find busing for players, so most players were forced to be brought by parents. After next week, we'll start for a District 1 play on the road at Rainier, or at Astoria. Rainier at home next week. And the ball blows off the tee. Probably have a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, and Wyatt will be kicking with the wind at his back here at the start of the game, so we'll see how that affects. Likely have the wind. Banks will likely have the wind coming at them as they go in the second and fourth quarters.
And Hunter Smith is actually going to hold the ball on the tee, and Hesselman gets the kick away. It's going to be into the end zone for a touchback. So no return for Hidden Valley as we start tonight's game at...
Hard to really know if the wind really had any factor there because Wyatt does he does boom those kicks into the end zone. So I don't know if that's really wind aided or not. I've seen Wyatt kick those into the end zone more times than not. So
pretty good field goal kicker too, especially over the last 2 years. Had three for three in the win over Gladstone in the opener at home, and missed one last week against Estacada. But 3 for 4, especially at the high school level, is pretty good, especially at 4A. Vidlac under center now, sets a man in motion, stops coming right to left, and short give is going to be for actually about a yard loss. PA announcer described it as a short gain, but it'll be 2nd down and 11 on the carry. And a late flag.
Unsportsmanlike conduct has been called against Banks.
Wow, and definitely not what you need when you hold your opponent to a loss of a yard on the first carry, and then basically before the game even gets started, you pick up a 15-yard penalty.
That's an indication that in that way the referee blew the flag at was right at the line of scrimmage. So it seems like somebody must have said something. I don't know whether it came in from the sideline or from a player. Maybe it was coach that didn't like something, but
1st and 10 for Wiedlach, now from his own 34, rolls out of the pocket, left side, scrambles. He's going to be thrown down by 2 defenders, number 53 and number 58. Michael Vereen and Logan Kind split the sack that time. He's going to be thrown down for about a 10-yard loss all the way back to the 25.
Logan Kind, the 6-foot junior that Coach Linehan said before the season, has really got to step up and be one of those guys that's got to step in and fill that void on the defensive and offensive lines.
2nd down and long from the 25. Need to get to just past the 44 for a 1st down. Mustangs moving right to left. Man in motion for the Mustangs is Cody Simmons. Wiedlach out of shotgun, rolls right. Still rolling, looks, throws, and passes caught. Short of the 1st down, but a big gain and brings up 3rd down and short after the completion to number 2, Noah Stone.
And Wiedlach really had to hurry to get that ball out of there because he was being pursued all the way. Good backside pressure that time by the Banks Braves defense as they were coming in. Right now, so far, Banks is showing that they're not going to let Nate just pick him apart offensively. They're going to come after him.
3rd down and 3 from the 41, about 3.5 for the 1st down. Wiedlach deep out of shotgun, about 5 yards off the line. 3 receivers offset and give up the middle and spinning. And I don't know, I think he's going to be about a half-yard short. Ball carrier that time, no, they're going to give him the 1st down. Ball carrier that time, we talked about him earlier, Daniel Iwamizu. 1st and 10 Mustangs just past the 44, close to the 45.
They're giving him forward progress right there, saying that, he just kind of got and his progress was impeded and stopped.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 45, ball near midfield. Sweep off the left side and a big hole. Gets short of the 50. Ball came out late, but I think he was already down, fell back on it anyway. But it's going to be a good pickup on the ground on 1st down. Pickup of about 5, close to the 49.
Good tackle right there by Braden Bull, number 52. One of those seniors that we talked about at the pregame show. Has to be a senior leader, step up and lead by example.
2nd down and a short 6 yards from the 40, from the 49. Need to get to the 45 to pick up the 1st down. 9.5 minutes in the 1st quarter, no score. Banks at Hidden Valley. Wiedlach rolls left, pass thrown, caught. Just short of the 1st down, and again we talked about the secondary and too much space that time to allow the easy catch. And it's going to be 2nd down and short.
Had a little bit of a safety blitz on that time as Christian Lida, the strong safety, was back there in the backfield, again giving pressure. He had a little help from his friends coming through the line as well, but Christian Lida right there forcing him to make a pass before he really was ready. He had to, again, throw on the run.
2nd down and 1 for the Mustangs from the Braves 46. Moving right to left. Wiedlach out of shotgun, 2 receivers offset. Now movement, I think that's should be on Hidden Valley. So now instead of 3rd and 1, it should be 2nd down, I believe. The down marker says 3.
It is 3rd down, 3rd and 6.
Right, but wasn't it 1st down on that 9-yard pass play to the 46? We'll regardless of whether I think it's second down or not, down marker and the scoreboard says 3. Braves may get a break with a phantom down. Vidlak out of shotgun back behind the 45 of the Mustangs. It's like a 5-receiver set, quick throw out, slips and falls in the backfield, and the Mustangs will be forced to punt. Making the catch, Cody Simmons, but it's going to be for about a 2-yard loss, and he would have had some space if he had kept his footing, but I still think it would have been short of the first down.
Yeah, that's just a tough break right there for the Hidden Valley Mustangs, as he just he turned as he was pivoting around, and he caught the football cleanly, and he was pivoting around. He just kind of slipped right there on the turf. That turf, it can be a little bit slippery sometimes.
So clock inside 8.5 minutes. Jamar Flippin standing back around his own 20. Getting ready to kick it away, standing back around his own 31 is Hidden Valley kicker number 85, Spencer Fisk, 5'11", 190-pound senior. And Fisk, not a horrible punt. This may go backwards, right up into the wind, goes about 10 yards and goes out of bounds on the Braves side of the field. And a lucky break for the Braves as the short punt gets caught up in the wind that time. And we talked about how the wind may affect the kicking game, and that time there it definitely favored the Braves.
Yeah, it just like, it didn't go anywhere. It was going up in the middle, and it just took it straight up in the air.
For a moment there, you could start to see it, the wind pull it back. May have actually went, I thought for a second there it was going to go for negative yards. Braves will take over with excellent field position inside Hidden Valley territory at the 46. Goebel out of shotgun, gives to Walters off the far side, has some room inside the 40, out of bounds far side. Pickup of about 6, it'll be second down and short. We'll mark it at the 39, whistle. The Mustang players going to a knee on every, at least early defensively.
Yeah, it's easily about a 10 to 15 mile an hour sustained wind with an occasional gust up to 20. It's definitely blustery down here inside the Hidden Valley of Grants Pass.
Second down and about 3 from the 39. Clock stops on the out-of-bounds run from Justin Walters, and Jamar Flippin, usually the lead running back, but we saw him come in last week and play mainly receiver at Estacada. Long delay before the officials get ready to start. Hidden Valley has long been at the line. The Braves start to break their huddle now. Will come to the line. Second down and 3 from the 39. 7:51 to go in the first quarter. No score. Hidden Valley forced to punt after a couple of first downs on their opening drive. Aaron Brown goes in motion. The give to Flippin off the left side. He's going to be hit and dropped for a loss on second down and short, and that's going to bring up third down and about 5 back to the 42. Actually, they're going to give him forward progress just outside the 40, so not that much of a loss as we initially thought. It'll be third down and about 4 from just shy of the 40-yard line.
Trips to the right, more Banks.
Flippin, I believe, the lone back to the left of Goebel, now goes in motion, well out of the backfield, and Goebel's going to keep, and he has room up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down as he dives forward inside the 35.
That looked like a designed run that time by Cooper Goebel. Little run pass option right there. You got the stacked receivers out on the right side, and then Jamar, as you said, running in motion and running alongside there for that run option, to looking for the pitch if he needed it. But Cooper just he ran with it all the way and picked up the first down. Great play call.
First and 10 for the Braves from the Mustangs 34. Not sure if we'll see Wyatt Hesselman tonight with the way the wind is as far as field goals. And fumble on the snap. Goebel keeps it, gets it back, but he's going to be dropped back behind the 40.
Yeah, just a bad. It looked like it was going to be either a fake handoff or a handoff, and it just kind of got mixed up with Jamar Flippin back there in the backfield. And but great job by Cooper to fall on the football immediately, because there was a Hidden Valley Mustang right there.
So a loss of about 6 on the fumble, back to the 40. It'll be 2nd down and 16. Flippin to the right of Goebel, trips to the near side. Looks like a 4-receiver set. Goebel looks to throw. Quick pass out. Charlie White breaks a couple of tackles, spins back close to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and long. So a nice job just to get back to where it's a manageable down and distance, but a big 3rd down play offensively for the Braves on their first drive of the game.
Yeah, just a little post pattern over the middle to Charlie White, and he was right there, made the catch, and picked up a few yards as he turned upfield. And let's see what the Braves can convert here on 3rd down. Big 3rd long conversion. You gotta convert these into first downs.
Ball just inside the near side hash mark on the south side of the field. Goebel out of shotgun. Again, had the wind blow the ball out of his hands that time, I think. Pass is thrown and it's caught. Number 2, Jack Lyda down the far side. 1st down near the 20.
Jack Lyda, that trusty safe valve right there. He was right there, kind of ran over into a little slot pattern right there, and just sitting right there waiting for the pass to be thrown to him, and he caught it, and 1st down, thanks.
I think they're going to mark the ball right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, just Braves in the red zone. Under 5.5 minutes, first quarter, no score. Braves on their opening possession. High snap, give to Flippin on the left side, has some room, and is going to get a 1st down, and did he get in down the far side? I think he stepped, oh no! Late touchdown, Jamar Flippin, 20 yards out from the far side, gets into the left front corner of the end zone, and the Braves are up 6-0.
Great job by Jamar to know where he is. Then that's Jamar Flippin. He knows where he is on the football field. He's aware of where he needs to be. He just tight-roped on the sideline and got in for the score there. Just the far official on the other side, the side judge, just wanted to be sure, run everything back. Great mechanics there as an official to make sure, run it back in your mind really quick, a little, sort of visual replay in your mind, and made the right call.
Hesselman to attempt the extra point before we update the score on the screen. Kick is up, and it is through. So now we can officially say it is Banks 7, Hidden Valley nothing, after the Braves score on their opening possession. A 20-yard touchdown run from Jamar Flippin into the left front corner of the end zone. And with 5:06 to go in the opening quarter, it's now Banks 7 and Hidden Valley nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
And we're back, 5:06 to go in the opening quarter. Banks up 7-0 after the 20-yard touchdown run from Jamar Flippin. His first touchdown run on the ground officially. He did have a kickoff or a punt return for a touchdown in the home opener against Gladstone in week 1. Kick from Hesselman is going to be into the end zone, and again out for a touchback for the second straight time. The Braves have kicked in tonight's game with 5:06 left in the first quarter.
And like I said, with the opening kickoff, a lot of people might see that and go, well, maybe, that went into the end zone, maybe a little wind aided. But no, that's Wyatt has that kind of power. He does have a strong leg, very strong leg for a sophomore. And, like I said, I watched him against Estacada in warm-ups, and he was booming them into the end zone there, and there was absolutely no wind last week.
7-0 Braves. Hidden Valley with their second possession of the game. Picked up a couple of first downs. Vidlac under center, give up the middle, and a good gain on first down up past the 25 to about the 27.
Gonna give him 8 yards on that run.
I think it's number 18, Cody Simmons. No, Cody Simmons is listed as a tight end. It's probably Iwamizu, number 8. I did see an 8 on the jersey. 4 receivers set. Actually 3 twins to the far side. Now the near side receiver goes in motion. That's Noah Zone. The give off the far side, and I think he's going to lose back close to the 25, and it's going to be third down for the Mustangs. They're only going to give him a loss of about a half yard, but again, another big third down play for the Braves defense.
Yeah, so far great job by the defensive line for both offensive and defensive line for the Banks Braves, but on defense they are really holding that line and coming through and being strong right there. We talked about a key in the pregame show is to not let the Mustangs get into that second level. They have bent a little bit, but they haven't broke, and for the most part, keeping them out of that second level.
A loss of a yard. Vidlac rolls to his left, still looking, and is now scrambling, being chased by 2 defenders back inside the 10. A flag, and maybe a hold on Hidden Valley. He goes down inside the 10, but let's see. We do have a flag thrown in the backfield inside the 15. Hopefully this doesn't go against the Braves. If it's a Hidden Valley penalty, I'm sure the Braves will just decline it, especially with the loss on the play.
Dylan Smith, one of the Braves in there, chasing Nate Vidlac all around back there, getting him some pressure. They've been really getting good backside pressure, how the Banks Braves defense. I can really tell that's been a sticking point, and they're going to wave off the penalty flag.
So the play will stand. Hidden Valley will have to punt from inside their own 10-yard line. And we talked about, we didn't talk about it much, but Banks had a safety in the Week 1 win over Gladstone in a similar situation.
Yeah, it was right around this distance. Of course, that time the snap went high and out of the end zone. And with this wind at their face, that would be the face of the Mustang defense. It would be interesting to see what happens here.
Well, Fisk is standing about 12 yards or 8 yards deep in his own end zone to our right. Does get the kick away, and it's a lot better than last time, but coming up to get it and making the catch. Another flag on the play, though, near the 35 is Jamar Flippin. Braves should have pretty good field position, but we'll wait and see what the call is on the flag.
Yeah, there's a lot better punt now. The last 2 times, both when Wyatt kicked the extra point and on that punt, the wind actually kind of dived down a little bit.
3:25 left in the first quarter. Braves scored a touchdown on their opening drive, and the penalty appears to be against the Braves as they're backing up ball. Originally marked at the 37. Appears to be another personal foul penalty against the Braves, and they'll start their second drive. Still in pretty good field position, but back close to midfield around the Mustangs. 47.
First down, Braves on Hidden Valley 47.
Goebel out of shotgun. Flipping the lone back. Throw over the middle, able to break a tackle. Initially rolls forward. I think he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. It's Chuck or Charlie White, if you will, with a gain of about 9 inside the 40.
What did I say before the game, Trevor? I said they had to get the ball to your horses, let them out of the stable. And so far, Jamar Flippin, we've seen him with a 20-yard touchdown run. Charlie White now with his second catch here in the first quarter.
Second down and 8 from the just inside the 40. Need to get to the 37 for a first down. Goebel again looks to throw. Out of the pocket, rolls right, has a man. Aaron Brown, touchdown!
That was a beautifully thrown ball. Nice tight spiral all the way through the air. How do you beat a wind is do exactly what Cooper Goebel did right there. Nice tight spiral. He beat the wind. That just sailed right through the jet stream and right into the hands of Aaron Brown. Touchdown, your Banks Braves.
39 yards, Cooper Goebel to Aaron Brown down the near side. Easy walk into the end zone, nobody near him, and we're an extra point away from your Banks Braves having a 14-0 lead.
And just 3 plays on that drive.
Hesselman to attempt the extra point. Lyda the hold. Christian Lyda, backup quarterback. Kick is up and it is through. 2:43 to go in the opening quarter. Banks Braves, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. 2:43 to go in the first quarter. It's now Banks 14 and Hidden Valley nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute, or 30 seconds.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
And we're back 14-0. Braves with a 2-touchdown lead. Hidden Valley fans being told to make some noise from their bench. Hesselman for his 3rd kick of the evening. And again, it goes into the end zone, and 3 kicks, no returns for Hidden Valley so far. Braves a 14-0 lead and have played much better this week on both sides of the football. I'm sure they got an earful last week after the loss at Estacada from head coach Cole Linehan.
Yeah, Coach Linehan, well, no coach likes to lose, and particularly Coach Linehan, very prideful in his team and proud of his team, and he believes in his team. He knows what they're capable of doing and really felt that his team just did not perform up to their potential last week.
Second week of 2018, all the way to the state championship of 2019. The loss to LeGrand, a 22-game winning streak. Vidlac under center, toss sweep to the near side. Again, looks like a hold. They missed it, and not much room though. Actually, is going to get up past the 25 to about the 26, and I think Hidden Valley was aided that time by a no call. Definitely looked like a hold after he got through a hole on the near side.
Daniel Iwamizu again on the carry there for the Mustangs.
Second down and short from the 27. Banks again having some issues stopping the run.
Iwamizu, 5'11", 195-pound junior.
Vidlac appearing to make an audible to the bench, waving at someone, and I think we have movement or delay of game against Hidden Valley, having problems getting the play in, and instead of a 2nd and about 3, it's going to be 2nd down and 8, and that's a big break for the Braves after the delay of game penalty against Hidden Valley.
Yeah, I think you're right, Trevor. I think Nate was changing the play call there at the line, and just as the wingback there, or wide receiver, Nate Elmore was going into motion, or James Elmore was going into motion, that's when they blew the play dead. Took a little too much time to develop that play.
Type formation to the near side, 2 receivers set. Now, 1 man goes in motion. Vidlac throws, gets it to the bailout man, Iwamizu, and he's going to be able to break a tackle down the far side and pick up the first down all the way up past the 35.
Going to mark it just shy of the 35-yard line to about the 36-yard line.
And I'm not sure, it looked like the Braves had a couple of opportunities to either knock him out of bounds or hold him for a short loss. I'm not sure how he was able to pick up that first down that close to the far sideline.
Yeah, he really did a great job, just like Jamar did early, a couple drives ago, tight rope in that far sideline. Iwamizu did a great job of keeping his footwork inside.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 37.
That is from our vantage point that we could see from all across the other side of the field.
Vidlac, the give to Iwamizu up the middle, gets Just past the 40, it'll be second down as we wind down under a minute first quarter. Braves a 14-0 lead. They'll mark the ball at the 41. It'll be second down and 6.
Probably have time for at least one more play here.
Vidlac with 2 receivers offset near side. And they give off the far side to Iwamizu, and he's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. May have got to the 45, need to get to the 47, and I believe that's going to be the final play of the first quarter.
Yeah, the way they've been taking time to get the ball, get the play called from the sidelines and snap it, that's going to be the last play of the first quarter.
After 1, it's Banks 14, Mustangs nothing from Hidden Valley High School. We'll be back with the second quarter, third down and short. It'll be third down and about 3 from the 44 when we come back.
Shack is open. You can get some chips, candy, sodas, water.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm, it's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Call American Family Agent Terry Powell in Gaston, 503-521-8842.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
And we're back, start of the second quarter, third down and about 3 from the 44. Teams switch ends of the field. Hidden Valley now moving left to right, east to west. Tight formation to the near side. Looks like a 2-receiver set. Toss sweep to the far side to Iwamizu, and I don't think he got it. It looks like he's about 2 yards short. It's just going to be a short gain up past the 45, but needed to get to the 47, and we should have, although Hidden Valley might go for it, it should be fourth down for Hidden Valley. Oh, and they gave him a spot to the 47. It's going to be first down, Hidden Valley. Terrible spot, and Mustangs, I think, got some home cooking that time, as first play of the second quarter is a first down for Hidden Valley, trailing 14-0.
As the wind continues to blow here at the Evergreen Sports Complex.
2 receivers to the far side. Vidlac out of shotgun, man in motion for the Mustangs is number 22, James Elmore. And give up the far side to Iwamizu was a short gain up to about midfield. It'll be second down. Gain of about 3. We'll mark it right just inside the 49. Gain of about 3.5. It'll be second down and a long 6. Second down for Hidden Valley, 10:38 to go in the first half. Braves a 14-0 lead. Elmore goes in motion. Now Vidlac back to throw, rolling left, rolling, and is going to step out at the, actually lose about a yard, and we have another flag on the play. Near side Black Hat looked like he started to grab something out of his pocket, but just to mark the ball, they're going to mark it just a gain of about a yard. It'll be third down and 5 for the Braves, and another big play defensively coming up.
Again, great backside pressure again right there is Christian Lyda, Jack Lyda was right there all around Vidlac that time.
Third and 6, gain of about half a yard from the 48. Need to get to the 42 to pick up the first down, and the give to Iwamizu again. He's not going to get it. He'll be tackled shy of the 45, but this may be 2-down territory for Hidden Valley with the ball in Banks territory and down 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a great tackle right there. that time by the Banks defense is getting right in there to bring him down, just staying home as the Braves have been bringing, it looks like they're kind of in a 4-4 defense, bringing 8 men in the box. And, we talked about that a little bit last week, like they needed to do it. Can totally tell that they've worked on that this week in practice of loading the box up more and stopping that run and there and not letting anything get by them. They are basically saying they're making Nate beat them over the middle because they're not going to run. They're not going to get anything running up the middle. And Banks is making that statement right now.
Timeout.
Just plugging that hole.
Timeout, Hidden Valley. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this. Terry Powell, American Family Insurance. Timeout.
Andy McNabb Allstate in North Plains is your local Allstate agent. Located at 10120 Northwest Glencoe, across from Subway. She has 20 years of Allstate experience providing auto, home, renters, life, and other insurance products. Get a quote and receive a $10 gift card. Andy McNabb Allstate. Call 503-433-5030. That's 503-433-5030.
And we're back. Hidden Valley appears to be set to attempt to pick up the first down on 4th and 3 from the Braves 46. And the sweep to Iwamizu off the far side. He's going to be dropped in the backfield back near the 50. And the Braves will take over on downs with excellent field position. And so far here in the first half, I think that's the defensive play of the game.
It looked like Jack Lyda coming all the way over there to the other side and to get back there and drag him out of bounds.
So Iwamizu is going to lose back to the 48, a 2-yard loss on 4th and 3 for the Mustangs. Clock stops on the change of possession. Just under 10 minutes, 9:53 to go in the first half. Braves looking to add points again after 2 drives, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, up 14-0. And again, an excellent chance to score here with the ball near midfield.
First turnover on downs here of the night. Couple of punts for Hidden Valley. Now turnover on downs.
Tight formation and early movement. I think Braves had a couple of players jump that time, and now instead of 1st and 10 from the 48, it's going to be 1st and 15 back to the 43. Goebel the toss to Flippin, near side, has some room, makes a couple men miss, here we go, and slipping tackles finally brought down at the 40, another first down, Jamar Flippin, a gain of about 17 on 1st down and 15. Stops the clock with 9:43 to go in the first half.
Just give it to Jamar Flippin and watch him work, and that time he, the epitome right there, just ran right over the left side, right off the left tackle, and just plowed his way all the way down for a nice big pickup for the Banks Braves.
Ball on the near hash mark. Clock under 9.5 minutes first half. Goebel with Jamar Flippin. I said earlier we would probably see Jamar back with a different style defense. Goebel now is going to keep off the near side, has some room inside the 30, steps out near the 25. Another big play for the Braves offense, a gain of 15 on the keeper that time for Cooper Goebel.
Another RPO, run pass option for the Braves. They're using it well. A nice little fake to Jamar Flippin going to the right side, and Cooper Goebel knowing what to do with it, just goes right to the left side and just nice and tall, right in, and a nice big pickup all the way down, getting close to another red zone visit for the Braves.
So the Braves pick up 32 quick yards on back-to-back run plays. Braves again in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Mustangs 25, just outside the red zone. Goebel again, the toss to Flippin inside the 20 now. The Braves are in the red zone, 2nd down and 5 from the 20, maybe just inside the 20. Clock inside 9 minutes for the first half. And again, we talked about the need for Jamar Flippin to go over 100 yards rushing for the Braves to win this game. He may have that in the first half.
He's getting really close. I mean, that 20-yard score, and then he had a big run just now here. I mean, he's working on it. You can, and a lot of credit to the offensive line. They have looked a lot more solid tonight.
Again, tight formation near side, 2 receivers to the top. Flipping off the far side is going to get the first down and tripped up inside the 15 down to about the
That's going to be
12.
real close to what they need. They need to get to about the 15, and they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, needed to get to the 15 and got to the 12. It'll be a gain of 13. Another big gain for Jamar Flippin. Picked up 30 yards just on this drive alone, plus the 20-yard touchdown run on the Braves' first score of the game. Braves with 1st and 10 from the Mustangs, 12, nearing 8 minutes left in the first half.
Looks like they've got 2 tight ends kind of potentially there with Hunter Smith really brought in tight.
Tight formation, far side. Goebel fakes, keeps it up the middle. He may score, and it's going to be just short of the goal line. But again, the Braves knocking on the door under 8 minutes left, about to go up 3 scores.
Yeah, I love this little mix of letting Cooper Goebel run with the football. I mean, he's a great runner. He knows, he's smart, he knows the field, and here we go.
1st and goal, big push up the middle, and the Braves are in. Not sure about a late flag. It's Flippin at the bottom of the pile, but will this be called back? Braves are going backwards, maybe a false start. Holding.
That's an interesting call to be sure, because, you know, that flag came in and everybody was in the goal, like all 22 men were in the end zone when that flag came in. So this is, I don't know if I agree with that call at all, because I don't know where a hold could possibly come in there after the play. A hold after the play, that's unheard of.
Well, they're going to mark the ball just outside the 10. Which would have to mean the holding penalty would occur, yeah, that makes sense, just inside the 1 yard line. 10-yard penalty just
a late flag, probably late
10.
flag, yeah.
And Goebel still looking, and is now going to run it, and gets cuts, fakes the cut, dives forward for the touchdown. Cooper Goebel from 11 yards out on the quarterback keeper. It's 20-0 Braves, pending the extra point, 7:33 to go in the first half.
Cooper Goebel, he runs hard, nice stand-up frame, and boy, it looked like, I mean, because the Hidden Valley defense was closing in fast. It looked like they might have stopped him there right at the goal line, but he did just kind of use his long frame right there, his lanky frame, to stretch the ball across. This will be the first kick for Wyatt Hesselman into the wind, although it's going to die down here a little bit.
And the ball blows away, and the Braves are not going to get back on it. Ball still loose, and the Braves get back on it back near the 20, but the extra point, I think a little bit, Mustangs got to break that time from the wind, definitely at this end of the field, and the extra point attempt will not even get off. So with 7:33 to go in the first half, it's now Banks 20 and Hidden Valley nothing.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
And we're back, 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Braves a 3-touchdown lead, 20-0 after the extra point attempt from Wyatt Hesselman gets blown away. And I think the Braves did get back on it, back around the 20-yard line, but unable to attempt the extra point. And low squib kick, and the Braves got it back! Catching Hidden Valley off guard, and now looks like a piece of poster paper getting blown across the field. It's going to be 1st and 10 Braves, and another opportunity to go up 4 scores.
Have you ever seen anything like this? This is like the wind bowl right here. We get the wind blowing
And
all kinds of things over.
I don't think that was intended either. I think that was a squib kick aided by the wind and went right into the stomach hard off of a Hidden Valley up back, and too hard for him to hold on to it, definitely not expecting it. And the Braves get the ball back inside Hidden Valley territory at the Mustangs 48. Clock under 7.5 minutes, first half. Braves already up 20-0, tight formation. The give to Flippin off the far side, breaks a tackle in the backfield all the way up down the far side inside the 30 at 25-yard line, out of bounds.
Another 24-yard run there for Jamar Flippin. He's got to be nearing 70, 80 yards here in the first half.
First, they're going to mark it at the 31, but a big play for the Braves, a gain of 17 off the carry for Jamar Flippin. 4 receiver set trips to the far side. Flippin the lone back. Now Aaron Brown goes in motion, toss to Flippin, makes a man miss in the backfield, has another 3 or 4 yards, pulling a defender who had a hold of the back of his jersey. Nice tackle by Hidden Valley just to stop Jamar Flippin, still after about a 3 or 4 yard gain. And this may be a breakout game for Jamar Flippin. Wasn't able to do much on the ground in the first 2 games, and he may have over 100 yards rushing here in the first half. Still just under 7 minutes to go. 2nd down and 7 from the 28. Again, man, down around the 15. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
3rd down and 7.
.34 left. Clock stops after the dropped pass from Hunter Smith. Tight formation. 3 receivers offset to the near side. Goebel fakes the give to Walters and dives forward, well short of the first down. May get to close to the 25, and I think with this win, this is 2-down territory for the Braves. I would really be surprised if Wyatt Hesselman attempted a field goal from this end of the field with the wind at his kicking into the wind.
Yeah, and it's not so much Wyatt kicking into the wind, I mean, because he can kick it in there. It's the snap. It's getting back to the holder to put the ball down. That's what happened on that PAT. That PAT just never had a chance because the wind got that ball off the snap.
4th and 5 from the 26. Goebel looks to throw. Pass is thrown. Caught. Chuck White, and it's going to be close to a first down, but I think he's about a half yard short, and Hidden Valley fans are thinking that they have held, and indeed they have. It will be 1st and 10 Mustangs from, looks like their own 23-yard line, 5:43 left in the first half.
Yeah, that was a great response by the Mustang defense right there. They needed that right there because, Banks has taken all the momentum here in this first half, and so Hidden Valley needed something to go away, and getting that stop on 4th down, great for them. Let's see if Nate and the troops can rally and get some points on the board for the home team.
4 receivers set, receivers spread to the to the near side, and Vidlak's going to be sacked inside the 10.
I'll tell you what, the Banks Braves defense has been outstanding tonight. This whole team, they've been in the backfield more than the running backs for Hidden Valley have been in the backfield. I mean, they just every snap they're right there, led by Jack Latta. He's the most I've seen back there. Hunter Smith has been back there as well, just making life all kinds of. I talked about it in the pregame. Nate can't be great, and tonight so far he hasn't been great. It's been the Banks defense.
Well, actually, they're going to mark the ball just shy of the 15, but it'll be, I think we have a timeout, Hidden Valley, 5:28 to go in the first half. Banks 20, Hidden Valley nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more first half action when we return.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. I'm Chris Recheck, your Forest Grove Edward Jones financial advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your goals and passions, so we can help you work toward achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 503-359-4092 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Nate Vidlac has had problems all night getting out of the pocket, and the Braves defense has capitalized with a couple of sacks so far here in the first half. Vidlac with a second down and long from the 15, needs to get up to the 33, and he's going to be tackled for another short loss. It'll be third down and long for the Mustangs back behind the 15-yard line, and the Braves should get the ball back with another good opportunity to score with what should be excellent field position with a stop here on third down and long.
Trevor, this almost looks like the Banks defense has watched the film from last week. I know they watched the film from last week, but we're seeing the field, making him do something with his legs.
4 receivers set, twins each side. Vidlac back in the pocket at his own 5 and overthrown, intended for number 2. Noah Stone, and would have been a close play if he would have been able to even make the catch near that far sideline, but it's going to be fourth and long. And again,
the wind is very difficult to do anything with here. Definitely one of the main factors of this game. We should put that in key is like how will they adjust to the wind. This is a low line drive.
And Jamar loses the handle after the ball gets blown through his hands, slips a tackle, and nice job just to be able to get back up close to the 45 after he had to go all the way back near the 30 to field the punt after fumbling it due to the wind.
Yeah, he tried to get that out of the air. He put his hands just high over his head. He tried to grab it out of the air, and it just went right through him, and then it bounced on the turf and does some funny things in the wind. But a great job by Jamar to get back on it and then to get back up there. I think he actually ended up picking up some positive yardage.
I think about 10 yards from where he originally had to go back to field the football. It's going to be first and 10 Braves from their own 43. Still plenty of time to add 7 more before halftime. Goebel out of shotgun with Flippin the lone back. 4 receivers set. And fake to give to Flippin up the middle. Makes a couple men miss. Dives forward. May get a yard, and it'll be second down and long. Second down and 9 from the inside 4 minutes. Braves have done an excellent job on prolific passer Nate Vidlac. Only really had one opportunity to get a pass away, and that was just a moment ago on the pass attempt down the far side to Stone that was incomplete. And Goebel fakes it to give to Flippin down the far side. Another first down all the way inside the 40 down. He's probably gone over 100 yards here in the first half.
Oh, absolutely, easily. And Banks has got to be nearing about over 200 yards here in the first half as a team. They're running the ball a lot more than they are passing. Definitely, it seems like they're trying to take a page out of the Estacada playbook here.
So another gain of 20 for Jamar Flippin from the Braves 44 to the Mustangs 36. 3:14 to go. 4 receivers set, 3 spread to the near side. Flippin goes in motion and screen play out of the backfield. Pass caught and makes a couple men miss. It will get maybe a yard. It'll be second down and long from the 35. drive back, maybe longer with what could be rain-slicked roads tomorrow, and a win tonight here would definitely make that drive back a lot easier for Banks fans.
Absolutely. Always good going home with a win, particularly a long road trip like that.
Hunter Smith and Chuck White to the near side, twins each direction, flipping the lone back. Movement from Hidden Valley, but and should have been a horse collar, but Jamar Flippin is thrown back all the way back near the 45, and it's going to be 3rd down and long for the Braves.
Yeah, we talk about the backside pressure that Banks has been applying to Hidden Valley. That time the Mustangs, good job getting a couple guys back there in the backfield, and they had that play snuffed out from the beginning, and Jamar just had no chance to get any room. He looked up, tried to go upfield. All he saw was blue and orange, and then he was seeing green.
3rd and 17 from the 43. You need to get to the 26 to pick up a 1st down. Clock under 2. Again, tight formation, twins each direction. Pass is nearly intercepted. Probably should have been by big number 55. That's Blake Zehe, the linebacker. Incompletion stops the clock with 1:29 left, and Braves in a 4th and long situation. The ball back near midfield, may just want to try to pin the Mustangs deep, and White is on the field.
A situation where they would normally punt the ball, but with this ever-changing wind, it keeps dying down, then it picks back up, it dies down, it picks back up, and you know, they had the experience from this angle with the wind coming at them where...
Timeout.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lyda, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a 3rd-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
This game is, there's supposed to be video on YouTube, but.
And we're back, 90 seconds left in the first half, 20-0 Braves. It'll be Mustang football, it'll be 4th down and long for the Braves. 4th and 17, and the Braves are gonna go for it. Even if you don't pick it up here, I don't think it's much of a loss with the wind the way it is.
Yeah, you're just going to give up field position right here. You'll give Nate Vidlac and the Mustang offense some great field position if you don't convert here.
Goebel out of shotgun, pass is thrown deep, and Aaron Brown got turned around. I looked like a little miscommunication there on the pattern. Looked like maybe a go route down the near side, and that's where the ball was thrown, but Aaron Brown turned inside, and no chance to catch that one.
Yeah, Cooper just kind of lofted that one a little bit too much into the jet stream. It needed to come down a little bit more because he got up there and it was able to kind of push it a little bit. He might have sailed it a little bit too on his own, put a little more mustard, but also get it up there high enough. The wind's going to kind of help push it away and just out of the grasp of Aaron Brown. If Aaron Brown can't get up to it, nobody can.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 43, 1:23 left in the first half. Braves a 3-score lead, up 20-0. Vidlac, 4-receiver set out of shotgun. Pass is thrown deep and just through the fingertips. Again, I believe that's number 2, Noah Stone. Actually, number 3.
That's Zach Alderman.
2nd down, 10. I think one of the officials lost one of their towels around the 42-yard line. It's been there most of the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't picked that up. Normally very observant down there on the field and getting that equipment off.
2nd down and 10, clock stops, 1:18 left after the incompletion from Vidlac. I don't think he has the completion yet, maybe early in the first quarter. Again to throw out a shotgun, rolls right out of the pocket, and is should have been an illegal, looked like a lateral. And he's going to get about 4 or 5 yards out of it. I guess you could call that a shovel pass.
It was a shovel pass.
Gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5 under a minute to go. And Keep an eye on that far side for a deep route from either Alderman or Stone on this pass play from Vidlac.
Yeah, Noah Stone is their big target. He's their number one primary receiver.
This side, near side, through the hands of number 12, John Casal.
Yeah, that's one of the things coming into this season that Hidden Valley first-year coach Coach Fanger was talking about in a great article on OSA Today earlier this season back in June. He was talking about that they would like to spread the football where he's always been and all throughout the Portland metro area, but they're trying to find a receiver to throw to.
And getting dark quickly, we may have some issues in the second half with lighting. No lights in our immediate area. All the lights on the far side and in the corners of the end zones. Vidlac to throw on what could be the final play of the game. Mustangs will pick up the first down, so the clock will stop as they get the ball inside the 35 to about the 33. 30.8 seconds left in the first half. Braves a 20-0 lead as we get 4 receivers set, 3 offset to the near side. Vidlac scrambling, throws out of the pocket and is thrown out of bounds. Even if he had made the catch, it would have been out of bounds and incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10, and this may be the final play of the half with 17 seconds left.
Yeah, Trevor, you talked about it there in the pregame show that this secondary, would be tested here for Banks today. And so far, I think they've passed the test here in this first half. They've been right there with the receivers. Again, we had a couple of guys around, one guy, great coverage. I think that was Christian Lida. That's usually down there in his position. Christian or Jack Lida down there and doing a great job staying with the receiver.
2nd down and 10, 17 seconds left. Down really not much of a factor as the clock, and Vidlac a little bit of a problem with the snap, scrambling to his right, and short pass thrown and dropped it out of bounds near the near sideline. I'm not sure he would have been a catch. Very close to whether or not he had a foot out of bounds when he was able to get his hands on the football, but Hidden Valley will have time for one more play with 8.5 seconds left, as it was Stone again, one of his favorite receivers, coming up unable to make the catch that time.
Well, and Nate Vidlac is getting all kinds of pressure coming out of the pocket. He's being rushed every time he's had to get out of the pocket. Great, credit him for getting out of the pocket, but he's getting all kinds of pressure. He's not getting any O-line blocking. Sound familiar? This time Davon Vereen put a big hit on him as he got rid of that football.
3rd and 10 from the Braves 43, 8.5 seconds left. Vidlac looks to throw deep, and ball is knocked away by number 2, Jack Lida. And we talked about the secondary and the key players in that part of the team with Jamar Flippin and Jack Lida, and a touchdown saving breakup that time from Jack, but Vidlac will have time for one more play with 0.3 seconds left.
Yeah, Jack Lida, great coverage all the time. Both sides of the football, the defenders for the Banks Braves have been stride for stride with the receivers. Really impressed with how well they've worked on that. You can see they've stressed it. They know they're going to get a test, and I think they've passed it so far. But only one half of football. Got to keep it up.
And Vidlac with Iwamizu to his right. 4 receivers set. Final play of the half. And pass is incomplete over the head of number 9. And that looked like number 9, but no number 9 on the roster. Could have been Iwamizu. Most likely it was. And at halftime, a little bit of a surprise, I think, compared to how Banks played last week. But maybe Banks coming out thinking they have something to prove after that big loss on the road last week, have been pretty much dominating in this first half, up 20-0. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll break down the first half when we come back. At the half from Hidden Valley High School and Evergreen Sports Complex, it's Banks 20, Hidden Valley nothing. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back after this.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
Northside Rock Products in North Plains is where you can get gravel products directly from the quarry. They service contractors as well as homeowners. They can get rock straight from the quarry that's essential for paths, driveways, under concrete slabs and roads, as it packs and condenses well. Northside Rock Products offers a variety of quality crushed rock and fill material, as well as boulders and specialty rock. They offer trucks for hire for contractor work. Northside Rock Products can bring their mobile crusher to your jobs for on-site crushing and screening. Delivery is available. Get all you need at low winter rates. Northside Rock Products LLC on Northwest Dixie Mountain Road in North Plains. NorthsideRockProductsLLC.com.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to check out Oregon Coffee Roaster. Based in the Portland foothills, this wholesale roaster has decades of experience offering quality Arabica coffee and loose-leaf tea to businesses. Whether you're a business customer interested in a bulk order of 10 pounds or more, or a residential customer interested in smaller quantities, contact them today for your coffee needs. Call 503-647-5102 or visit their website, OregonCoffee.com. Shannon Jennings of North Plains is your local independent insurance agent. Are you overpaying for insurance? She can partner with a vast range of insurance companies to provide you with the most competitive products and services. Whether it's your home, auto, commercial, or any other type of insurance, we take the time to learn about you, your family, and your business to find the best coverage to protect your unique needs. For quality insurance coverage at affordable prices, call 503-444-0566 or email Shannon at shannonjenningsinsurance.com.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page, Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
And we're back halftime. Banks 20, Hidden Valley nothing from Evergreen Sports Complex at Hidden Valley High School in the first quarter. And Jonathan, this wind has really been a factor tonight. One reason why the Braves have 20 and not 21 has an extra point attempt from Wyatt.
Didn't get into the air at all. Like, it snapped, it went through the center's legs, and the wind caught it and just took it right to the ground immediately. That's just how intense this wind is. It's like it's almost like being in Florida or somewhere like that, like in a hurricane force winds. I mean, it's not near that strength, obviously, but I mean, it's almost like that, like just how say it definitely. We were wondering as we were walking in, Trevor, would this wind play a factor in the game? And I think breaking through the line, I mean, talk about the line protection. The Banks offensive line is winning that. The defensive line is winning the line of scrimmage, and that's why they're up 20-0 and putting out another shutout right now. They're in line for their second straight shutout in their second win of the season. Just breaking through. Nate has had no chances to set up and even scan his receivers to see where they're at. He's made a couple of great plays, but also another thing is drop passes by his receivers.
Yeah, he's had about 4 or 5 opportunities for big completions that could have kept them in this game, but 3 or 4 big drops, and I think he's only had like 1 or 2 completions, and those may have came late on their final drive of the half where they were trying to cut into this Braves lead at halftime. This may be a breakout game for the Braves offense and defense. The way they've their line has really stiffened up compared to last week against Estacada, and a big night so far for Jamar Flippin, probably about 125 yards rushing in the first half.
Yeah, Jamar's been running well. Cooper Goble's been running well. I mean, we talked about it. We don't really have it's kind of hard to do stats right here with everything blowing papers and stuff all the way halfway down the bleachers and everything. But I mean, it's just by figuring out how many yards they've ran for. I mean, they're both got to be nearing 100 yards here in the first half. Just doing a great job running it. Really haven't seen Justin White.
But they haven't really needed him in the first half.
They really haven't, but, they did early on get a couple of passes to big Chuck White down the middle, and it could have actually kind of backed off the offensive line a little bit, knowing, hey, we don't want this guy to beat us now, and so they were kind of trying to maybe put a little bit too much pressure on Chuck White and let some running lanes open, so kind of opened that up a little bit. But yeah, they eventually we're going to have to maybe see them have a little bit more balance in there. But it all starts with the run. You want the run, establish the run. A lot of coaches, the great coaches, will say establish the run to open up the pass. Coach Jonathan Smith does that at Oregon State. Establish the run to open up with what we want to do with the pass.
6.5 minutes left before the start of the third quarter. We'll take a 2-minute break and see if we can get you some other scores from around the state. Halftime, it's Banks 20, Hidden Valley Mustangs nothing here from Hidden Valley High School. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to Tenante's Pizza and Subs. Try one of the many specialty pizzas like the Mama Supremo or a delicious torpedo sub sandwich. Mention Westside Great and Pacific Delivery. Visit the website, tenantespizzaandsubs.com, or call 503-647-5761.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Thinking about updating your kitchen or bath? James Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They offer stone countertop fabrication and installation and cabinet installation services. They'll do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based locally in Washington County, they'll do jobs in most Portland metro locations. Call 503-753-9993 or email jasonbondremodeling@gmail.com. Jason Bond Remodeling, Oregon CPV number 227733.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back, 3:13 to go before the teams come out of the locker room. They'll add another 3 minutes on, so technically 6 minutes left before we return to the third quarter. And the Braves actually deferred to the second half, so that's also big for the Braves in a 3-score lead. They'll get the ball first to start the third quarter. And Jonathan, Braves with a big road win against some polls have Hidden Valley ranked in the top 10. I think a win, especially if this margin holds tonight, should move the Braves a couple of spots up, and most importantly, it should move them up a couple of spots in the all-important main OSA ARPI rankings, which are the official rankings used for playoffs.
Yeah, exactly right. And there's a lot of polls out there, coaches polls, and not many media polls these days, mostly all coaches poll based off of, reporters who follow the teams around and the coaches, former coaches, and athletic directors around there. But the one poll that really matters is the OSAA ranking. That's the putting them all together, the human polls, the computer polls. That's the one that decides the playoff positions and who plays who come to playoffs. So the main one is the OSAA poll. That's big. And still, right now, it's only week 3 of the season, so I don't even really look at that until maybe week 5 or week 6, because right now it's just it's going to be like looking at the old BCS mess. I mean, do I really need people? Must I go on and say anything about that? I mean, we all know what that is, and it's still not even a perfect mix to that. But that's basically what it is at this point. It's still kind of fun. It's kind of like the preseason poll. It's for fun. It's for conversation. But right now, with teams kind of moving around, it's kind of like Banks. They're 1-1, but we're going to find out, what they're made of. We're responding here tonight. And so far, they passed the test. But like I said, there's another 12 minutes that's going to be put up on that scoreboard here in the third quarter, then another 12 minutes. And so you get 24 minutes here in the minute-by-minute, possession-by-possession, play-by-play. And just go from there and just keep winning every down. That's what you got to do. Just come out, win every down. So far, they've been doing that for the most part. They've given up. They bent a little bit, but they haven't broke. That's the most important thing. Bend, but don't break.
Both teams are out of the locker room with inside a minute left, and as soon as the clock hits 0, they'll add 3 more minutes. Strength of schedule, one of the things that goes into the official OSAA rankings and RPI numbers. And Braves, with their 4 non-conference games this season, each team on their non-district or non-league schedule, if you will, either has been or will be against a top 10 team, and that includes 3A Rainier coming up next week for homecoming.
Yeah, and that has a lot of weight. We talk about right now looking at being careful to not take too much stock into this OSA rankings right now, but as games like this are played out early on the season, like you mentioned, I mean, Banks is playing these top 10 schools, which is going to add to their weight, and that's one of the things that the OSA ranking looks at, is they look at the weight of your opponent, the weight of your opponent's opponent, and that's how it factors in, like, how strong was it, what was their record, what was your opponent's record. So that's why you can't really look too much early, because there's really not a whole lot of weight to get, so you got to see how they doing, and then you get to about week 5, week 6, and you can really kind of start to see how those rankings kind of matter, and they start to add up, and they start to make sense. Right now, they may not make sense. I mean, right now, we were talking about it, Valley Catholic is 0-2, and they're rated in some of the polls that they're rated higher than some other teams. That's just because some teams, and with COVID, we've seen some cancellations too. So, like Hidden Valley, this is only their 2nd game of the season. It should have been their 3rd.
Well, you mentioned Valley Catholic at the bottom of the league right now, has been outscored 106-0. They're at 3A Sutherland tonight, just about 90 minutes up the road. Right now, it still looks like 5 out of the 6 teams could be possible playoff teams, and that includes a surprise Milwaukee team, a close win at Malala, a close loss to 5A Putnam. Milwaukee, traditionally a 5A school, playing down for football this year. Seaside's 2-0, but they haven't really played anybody after blowing out North Marion and Newport, who have not been playoff teams the last couple of years. Astoria team, I expect to be there after a big home win to open against Cottage Grove, and then a 1-point defeat at Gladstone. Gladstone coming off of a week 1 loss to the Braves at Banks. And Tillamook, a big win over Newport, but then gets crushed at home by Marist 42-6. Tillamook hosting Staten tonight, so really I could see as many as 4, possibly even 5 of the 6 District 1 teams possibly advancing to the playoffs.
Yeah, very tough conference here in the District 1. A lot of big, so far, big teams. It's going to be a tough schedule for Banks, and they're going to have big nights like tonight against, perennial power teams like Hidden Valley here, and then make it a good showing. They got to play like they're playing tonight, every game out when they get in, particularly when they get into District 1 conference play.
Actually, we can tell you that 5 teams from District 1 will not get in, because this year the OSAA has gone to a playoff format change, dropping from 24 teams, which has been the plan over the last few years, now to just 16. 3 teams from District 1 will advance at the end of the season based on those OSAA rankings, and right now Banks is the top of those teams from District 1 currently at number 7, but again, that should go up a couple of spots if they're able to hold on to this victory. And again, if this margin of victory holds, that could move them up another spot or two in the rankings.
But Trevor, I can really tell you who has momentum right now and who's just kind of still trying to search themselves. Just looking at the game for the last couple of minutes now, Banks has been over there on the sidelines, doing their traditional second half. Cole Linehan right there in the middle, getting them juiced up and jumping around. And Hidden Valley's just been standing there, really like with their hands in their pocket, kind of waiting for it to kick the ball, just kind of no life. But Banks has life, and Banks has life on the scoreboard. And they get the ball to start the second half.
Jamar will not have a chance at the return, as it will go end over end into the back of the end zone. And the Braves will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line to start the third quarter. Hunter Smith with Chuck White to the near side. Twins each direction. Again, flipping the lone back. Quick toss out through the hands of Chuck White. A little too far out in front of him. Couldn't quite reach out and pull it in. Incompletion to start the first play of the second half.
Yeah, he was lined up on the left-hand side of the line and was kind of trying to come over to make that little flag or post route, and he didn't really get to finish his post route before the ball sailed right by him, and that maybe not so much Cooper Goebel as it was the wind that kind of sailed the ball a little bit there.
We have a player down for Hidden Valley and does have his knees bent, but he is not attempting to sit up and is moving his legs though. Now he's moved his legs flat to the ground.
This little delay will give Cooper a chance to, as the Braves are back huddling up off the ball, give Cooper a chance to go over the situations and all the projections, all the routes and the situations on what he's seeing on the defense with his team, and communicate with receivers and running backs, where they need to go, because Cooper being a big guy, 6 foot, 6'1", can see over the line and can see how the defense is lining up, and he's just relaying that taking advantage of this little break here.
Hidden Valley player started to sit up, now will sit up and come up off the field, not putting any weight on his left ankle. Looks like number 22. That's James Elmore, who one of their running backs that they used in the first half, and now will quickly run over and get a quick drink and maybe just a cramp. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Long delay following the injury to Elmore. Goebel, quick throw out, pass caught, and will be up past the 25, but it'll be 3rd down and long after the catch made by Jack Lido.
Just a nice little pick and catch by quarterback and receiver right there, Cooper Goebel and Jack Lida, for a nice little gain. Just 4 or 5 yards here and there, and just keep moving the football. That's what you got to do.
Gain of 7, 3rd down and 3. Big stop for Hidden Valley if they can get the ball back here with decent field position, down 3 scores. We have a timeout, I think, called by the Braves. And early timeout, 11:14 to go in the game, in the third quarter. Banks 20, Hidden Valley nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and be back in just a moment.
Cooper, of course, 6'5", not 6'1".
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back, 11:14 to go in the third quarter. Early in the second half, Braves a 20-0 lead. Jamar Flippin 2 touchdowns, well over 100 yards rushing in the first half. Cooper Goebel another touchdown run. We do not have any scores to give you due to the fact that all other games are pretty much just now getting underway. 20 minutes past 7 o'clock, and a give up off the far side. Braves should have a first down for Jamar Flippin.
Do have one score. There is a rematch from that a couple of years ago in 6A, that first round game that saw Mountainside in Tigard's Cinderella run in the first round at Tigard High School. Well, they're rematched tonight at Mountainside High School. First quarter, Tigard leads 6-0.
First and 10 Braves from the 31. Original line of scrimmage was the 20 as the ball went end over end out of the back of the end zone for the touchback to start the second half. High snap, bring it down to Flip, and another big gain of about 7 yards up close to the 40.
38-yard line. No stone on the tackle. Second down.
Lights are starting to have some effect here at the Evergreen Sports Complex.
Second down and about 4 from the 38. A gain of 6 for Jamar Flippin. Tight formation, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 receivers in tight to the near side. The give to Flippin, bounces off the far side and is going to get maybe 2. It'll be short of the first down, but it'll be third down and short.
Wind has really died down here in the third quarter finally. I mean, it's still blowing. The flag is still floating out there, but not blowing as briskly as it was in the first half.
And so far here early in the third quarter, we've seen a heavy dose of Jamar Flippin keeping the ball on the ground and make Hidden Valley stop you on short down situations like this. And until then, just you're able to pick up big chunks of yards on the ground and eat up clock, up 3 scores. Really no reason to go to the air.
Absolutely. When you hit the nail on the head right there with a big lead like this, just kind of wind the clock down.
Low snap, flipping off the far side, another first down. Finally brought down. Oh no, not brought down. All the way down the far sideline. Touchdown, Jamar Flippin.
59-yard run for Jamar Flippin, and that's definitely going to put him over 100 yards on the night.
Well, I think not only, I'm pretty sure he had over 100 yards in the first half. He may be approaching 200.
Certainly running hard and running with a purpose tonight is Jamar Flippin. He's not letting anybody stop him.
Jamar Flippin with another big touchdown run from near midfield gives the Braves a 4-score lead early in the third quarter. 9:12 left in the third. Still waiting for the extra point. Braves might go for 2 to make it an even 4-score lead. I do not see Wyatt Hesselman on the field. Braves will go for 2. 2 receivers spread out wide to the near side. Hunter Smith and Charles Chuck White. Man in motion is Aaron Brown. Pass over the middle. Caught! Aaron Brown walks in. 2-point conversion is good. Braves up 28-0 with 9:12 left to go in the third.
Going to give credit over there to the sidelines. Beautiful play call drawn up that time right there. Nice Aaron Brown just coming right over. Perfect timing, perfect placement. Cooper Goebel put it right where he needed to. And the Banks Braves are up 28-0.
9:12 left to go in the third. Braves up 4 touchdowns. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Sarah Hesselman, Keller Williams Realty.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your Banks Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
And we're back, 9:12 to go in the third quarter. Braves up 4 scores, 28-0, looking for a big bounce-back win after last week's 33-7 defeat at Estacada.
Well, Hunter Smith started to come over to employ the hold of the football, but Wyatt Hesselman called him off, and he's going to kick it himself. High kick. It's going to kind of bounce at about the 25-yard line and just kind of die right there. So good field position for Hidden Valley.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Thank you, Jonathan, for taking care of that while we worked on some technical issues getting the score updated on the screen. Banks will be at home against Rainier next week, and then we'll start league play at Astoria the final Friday of September.
Going to get a visit from our Columbia County neighbors, the Rainier Columbians, next week.
Rainier, a perennial favorite at the 3A level in a small Lewis and Clark league for football. Vidlak out of shotgun. Straight drop, looks to throw, pass is caught and able to break a tackle and get up, I believe, for a first down. Making the catch is number 10 for the Mustangs near side is Austin Klinger, 5'9", 140-pound freshman. Ball will be marked at the 37, so a gain of 11 on 1st and 10 from the 26. Ball on the near hash mark to the south side, the home side of the field. Vidlak again, trips to the far side. Straight drop, now scrambles, able to evade for a moment. Short drops it off. Short gain up to the 40, gain of about 3. Pass complete to Cody Simmons. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Great job again there by Nate Vidlak to get that ball off just in time. He had a heavy rush coming down, breathing down his neck. A couple of bank sprays were right there, but he did get that off and got some positive yardage out of the play.
2nd down and 6 from the market, actually at the 41. Clock coming up on 8 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Vidlak out of shotgun, lone back, 4 receivers set, trips to the near side. Vidlak rolls that side to the right, and Noah Stone. It's going to be close. I think he's going to be about a yard short if they mark the ball correctly. It'll be marked at the 46. It will be 3rd down and a yard.
Yeah, looking at the far official, yeah, that's correct. It's going to be exactly a yard short, but Noah Stone is a big target. They like, and he's like one of their primary receivers. Get the ball too, and he's right there. Great ball that time by Nate, right on the money.
And a big play for Hidden Valley's offense if they want to try to stay in this game. Still a lot of time left, but you don't want to go into the 4th quarter down 4 scores. And Vidlak now under center, and I don't know, I think he may be half a yard short. Is that
1st down?
Iwamizu on the carry, and they'll give him a yard, just enough for the 1st down. It'll be Mustangs holding on to the football, under 8 minutes left, 3rd quarter, down 28-0.
Good surge that time by the offensive line to just kind of go in front and kind of build a little wall right there, and for him to run behind, and did just get enough for that 1st down.
Vidlak once again back out of shotgun, trips offset to the far side, 4 receivers set with Iwamizu, looks to throw. Passes caught by Iwamizu, able to break a couple tackles and get into Braves territory, down to about the 47, and I think a late flag. Oh no, a couple of players playing catch on the far side. No flag on the play. Saw something move through the air, and really been a pretty cleanly played game so far. Not a lot of flags thrown in the 1st half.
Yeah, that's a win right there for the Banks Braves, who've been getting a lot of procedure calls lately, and they haven't really gotten a lot tonight.
2nd and 5 for the Mustangs from the Braves 47. Vidlak to throw. Short drop caught by Iwamizu. Makes a couple men miss. Is going to have another 1st down inside the 45, close to the 40. And Hidden Valley starting to have some success, with those short drop back situations.
Yeah, I get all the way down there to the 42-yard line. This is be the first time actually think the first time tonight that Hidden Valley has gotten inside Banks territory. So getting a little bit of mix here, and Nate's starting to be able to work. He's still actually throwing off of his heels as he's getting pushed back, but doing a great job of rebounding and pushing the team forward.
1st and 10, Stone goes in motion. They're going to hand it to him off the far side, has some room, slips, and is going to be short of the 40. It'll be a short gain, 2nd down and long.
You know, as I said, going to halftime there, as I said, you know, a lot of coaches say, you know, work, you know, run the football to open up the passing attack. I think that's what we're seeing with Hidden Valley right here, particularly on this drive. We're seeing a lot of motion, a lot of them handing off on that motion, kind of like that little jet sweep a little bit. And it's kind of opening things up. As we've done that, they've gone to the pass, and Banks is still bringing some heat, though. They're making Nate go backwards, but he's doing a great job of pushing it forward. So
2nd down and 9 from the 41, inside 6 minutes, 3rd quarter. Braves a 28-0 lead, 5:40 to go. Vidlac out of shotgun, straight drop, and throws deep down the field. 2 defenders there, and they're going to get a pass interference. And that might be in the end zone, too. And if it's in the end zone, it's going to put the ball at the 2-yard line. 4 touchdowns if they mark the ball inside the 5. It's the right call. Got both defenders were in the area, but got turned around, and just as the ball was arriving, didn't turn around for it and pushed I think it was Noah Stone to the ground as the ball was arriving, and it's going to be, oh no, they're going to say, I think this is a break for the Braves, as apparently they're going to say the foul occurred at the 26, so still excellent field position for Hidden Valley and a chance to put points on the board, but make it a little bit tougher for them to score with the ball not at the 2, but at the 26 following the pass interference call, move the ball back 15 and take away the down.
I don't know. I think there was a receiver there within the vicinity. It has to be within a few yards, and there was a receiver there. But I don't know. We've had some calls both ways back there, but I think that one's just a little bit more of a makeup call, or just like you know, we gave them one, we'll give them one. So it balances it out.
So 2nd down and 25 from the 46.
It's going to push the ball back to the original line of scrimmage.
Actually, it should be 2nd down and 28. The first down marker is at the 18. The ball marked at the 44. Pass caught by Iwamizu is going to get some of that back inside the 40 down to about the 37 before he rolls out of bounds near side into his own bench. It'll still be 2nd down and long.
Yeah, Iwamizu, the junior for Hidden Valley, has been a great weapon for them. Both can run it out of the backfield, and then, you know, shown his ability to catch and run out of the backfield as well.
Correction, 3rd down and long. They will mark the ball at the 37. 3rd down and 20. 4-down territory, I'm sure, for the Mustangs. Still, the wind has not really died down that much, so kicking game not really a factor or in play. And Vidlac's going to go down the far side and looked like almost offensive pass interference that time, as it looked like Stone was holding up Jamar Flippin to try to avoid the interception in the end zone.
Yeah, you're right. It looked like that ball was actually being thrown to Jamar Flippin because Flippin had the inside position that time, and looked like he was the receiver going for the touchdown, which actually was just overthrowing his receiver. And the Mustangs do have the ball at their back.
And Vidlac scrambles and still looking out of the pocket, gets away, and it's going to be, is it a fumble? Braves are acting like it's a fumble down the far side. I think that's Chuck White, and he's going to score if they do say it's a fumble. Touchdown Braves, and no indication that the play was dead.
And the White hat is signaling touchdown for the Banks
Touchdown,
Braves.
Chuck White after a fumble recovery, going 63 yards from the 37, and that may do it. Braves up 5 scores. Still plenty of time left, but it would take a pretty remarkable comeback from Hidden Valley down this big, this late in the game.
Yeah, that right there was pretty much the dagger in this ball game. I mean, for the first time tonight, I could actually hear a pin drop in this stadium right now. The Hidden Valley stands is just, they're just in stunned silence. They can't believe what they've just seen.
There's only two players that could have been either 31 or 33. Chuck White, who's actually 32 on the field, or Cesar Dominguez.
Yeah, Chuck White is 32.
It looked like 32 recovered the fumble, but all I could really see was the 3. And Hesselman is back in to attempt the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:20 left in the third quarter, Braves have tacked on 2 more touchdowns here in the third. Banks 35. Hidden Valley nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more third quarter action after this.
Small businesses represent so much more than the uniqueness of our area and the personality of our communities. Local business also represents the hard work and history of the places we live, which is open, so that your business can stay open too. Wana Credit Union offers all types of commercial lending options, including business credit cards, vehicle and equipment loans, small business lines of credit, and more. Stop by a branch, reach out to our commercial team, or check out wanafcu.org to open your doors and keep them open so that your business thrives for years to come. Wana Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
So we believe it was Chuck White with a 63-yard touchdown fumble recovery for a touchdown to put the Braves up 35-0. $35-0, 4:20 left in the third. Braves getting ready to kick off following their 5th score of the night. Hesselman has it teed up, does not appear to be needing the hold, and squib kick down the center of the field is going to be downed at about the 18, and it'll be 1st and 10 Hidden Valley with a lot of work to do, down 5 scores, and 4 minutes and change left in the third quarter. .358 left, clock moving. One more score from the Braves, and we may get out of here before 9 o'clock. The 40-point rule would go into effect.
Which would be the first time this season for Banks.
And something we definitely did not expect coming into tonight's game, and I think we have a delay of game against Hidden Valley. False start.
Yeah, that's something we definitely haven't seen from Banks tonight. A lot of on offense is false start penalties, procedure penalties, and we saw that a lot the first 2 games. And really good to see that. I mean, that's a win for Banks right there with taking care of the business at the line.
Vidlak with twins each side. Lone back, I would assume, is Iwamizu. Looks to throw. Pass out near flat. And dives forward up past the 25. It'll be close to a first down. And officials do signal first down Mustangs, so a gain of 10 to the 28. Actually, we'll mark it at the 28. The original line of scrimmage was the 18. The false start backed them up 5 yards, so it was 1st and 15. They picked up 15 for the first down. Vidlak fakes the handoff, play action over the far side, pass caught, but immediately there, 2 defenders, number 15 and number 62, that's Taylor Littlejohn, along with Aaron Brown on the stop that time. A big defensive stop there, but a pickup of 5 on the catch.
We know earlier this summer, Mike Banger had a nice little interview with OSAA today, a nice little write-up, and he quoted this. Coach Banger quoted this about playing Banks. He said, I'm sure they'll be number 1 and they'll be a big test for us. Not number 1, but they've certainly been a big test for the Mustangs tonight.
So actually a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Vidlak, pass thrown high, but caught, and enough for the first down as he rolls forward to the 40. Number 18, Cody Simmons, stops the clock for clock is moving. They're not going to stop the clock, though. That's a bit odd. Under 90 seconds left for the third. Clock normally stops to move the chains after the completion of a first down. Vidlak, the ball at his own 40, loses the snap, gets back on it. Short drop over the, able to get it away, intended for, I believe, number 10, Austin Klinger down the far side in the Braves bench. Would have been short of the first down. I think he would have been out of bounds anyway, even if he made the catch. But again, great job by the defensive line to get in on Vidlak that time.
Vidlak showed great poison awareness too, as he lost that ball to gain the ball back and to have enough poise and composure to look up and find where his guy was and get it to him to at least get some positive yardage and not go backwards. So I mean, really, he turned something that could have been disastrous into a little bit of a positive there, albeit a small positive. But at this point, anything is a positive for Hidden Valley. Back to throw the ball, and that's going to be tipped up into the air by the Banks defenders, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Clock still moving. Are we in a moving clock position? It's not a 40-point lead, but
yeah,
clock did not stop with the incompletion. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. Both teams coming off the field, and Braves up 35-0. As far as we know, it's a 40-point rule, but clock operator acting like the 40-point rule is in effect with just a 35-point lead for the Braves as we end the third quarter. We head to the fourth. That may be a break for the Braves. We'll see when we come back. 12 minutes left, but Nate Vidlak, a very prolific passer. Don't call this game over yet. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Small businesses represent so much.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
And we're back, start of the fourth quarter. Braves up 35-0. Definitely did not expect this after the Braves loss at Estacada last week, and Vidlak goes down. I heard a "oh no" from a Hidden Valley fan. A little slow to get up. I think Chuck White in on the stop. Pass was thrown incomplete on the far side. And again, the clock continues to move even with the incompletion. Pretty sure the rule for high school football in the state of Oregon is the clock moves once a team has a 40-point lead or more. Right now it's 35-0, and the clock has pretty much not stopped since the Braves went up 5 scores.
Yeah, and it also can be, they can adjust that by if the two head coaches agree to it, but I haven't seen anything by the officials talking to anything that would lead me to say that they've asked that.
Kick is away from Fisk, and it's going to be very short into the Braves bench. It'll be shy of midfield, a kick of only about 10 or 15 yards, and that's the second time tonight, and no wind on that kick either. So just a bad kick from Fisk, and the Braves again get good field position off of a poor punt.
Exactly.
48, Braves will take over on the Mustangs 47 with 10:22 left.
And as I say that, the winds pick back up and start to howl again.
And one more score, and this game will be over for the Banks Braves, and they'll improve to 2-1.
It is interesting to note now as we get into the fourth quarter, the wind is at the back of the Banks Braves. They're going with the wind, not against it. I think that was a call they got to make at halftime when they deferred at the kickoff to open the game.
Goebel flipping to his left. Looks like twins each side, or just a 3-receiver set. The give to Walters now in the game, and they'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, but main thing is to just keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock running.
As we get to 9.5 minutes to go, and the clock does continue to run. And you're right, Trevor, that's just odd. Like, I don't think that clock has really stopped. It's just kept running, and I've never heard of a 35-point rule in 4A football either. It's a 45-point rule.
The original rule was known as the Bandon rule, known for their domination in the early to mid-90s, and then that got changed to 40-point rule a couple of years ago. Second down and 11 after a loss of a yard, but clock now inside 9 minutes, and new quarterback in for the Braves, new players, and number 28, the ball carrier. I think Christian Lida may be in a quarterback now, number 12. No, it's the third-string quarterback, Ashton Crossing.
Unless they change numbers at halftime in the locker room.
So 28, the ball carrier, we do not have on the roster. 24 is Justin Walters.
And it's possible he might have switched numbers to number 28 maybe.
Third down and 10. Braves just about in a position to where we can call this a Braves victory. Coming up on 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, up 35-0. Braves appear to be going to some of their second-string players. Braves with a long count, trying to take as much time as possible. Pass is thrown over the head of number 20, and it'll be fourth down. Pass intended for Parker Littlejohn, over his head, incomplete. And Hidden Valley will be, or the Braves will be forced to punt to Hidden Valley with under 8 minutes left.
And Parker Littlejohn came up a little bit gimpy as he got back on the field. As he's walking off on the sidelines, he was walking up with a little hitch in his get along as he's coming along, but looks like he's kind of trying to jog it off over there on the sidelines, but he's still smarting a little bit over there, maybe gotten twisted up or stepped on someone's foot.
Well, last season, I shouldn't say last year, because it was still this calendar year back in March, Banks Turnabout Fair Play had a similar situation against Mazama. Beautiful effort from Wyatt Hesselman to get the kick away after it nearly went over his head, and it's going to be down all the way inside the 15. Great job that time from Wyatt.
Well, if somebody didn't know that Wyatt Hesselman was just a sophomore, they might think that he's a senior because of his poise, his ability to kick the ball, his ability to stay composed. And no, he's a sophomore, but he's a very mature sophomore, and he's going to be great. He's a huge asset to the Banks Braves football team, let me tell you that.
And great patience on that time with a new set of players kicking with the second unit. Not easy to do, especially on the snap that time. Looked like possibly a communication issue, and still a decent punt. Timeout Banks, 6:28 left, 35-0 Braves. We'll keep we can just about call it now. Banks will improve to 2-1, up 35-0 late in the fourth quarter.
I think that might be the first time we've had the clock stopped here in the second half. And that might be why you called. That's our second time out of the half, and they might have just we're going to call it. That's the only way the clock's going to stop.
Jamar Flippin has definitely, if he hasn't already caught, should be catching the eye of a few more scouts tonight after his 3 touchdown performance, one from Cooper Goebel and one defensively from Chuck White after that big 63-yard scoop and score. But Jamar, I'm sure, close to, if not over 200 yards rushing in this game.
It'll be interesting to check in with the official score over there on the bank sidelines to see if, and I think they do it from probably the video the next day on Saturday, but I'm sure he's got 200 yards, maybe 250.
And that's with sitting out the second half of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, pretty much all in the first half. Really a workhorse tonight.
It's like a false Hidden Valley, and that is the call. I think we have new players in for the Mustangs as well.
Yeah, great to see the sportsmanship by the sportsmanship in class by Coach Lenahan and the Banks Braves coaching staff, recognizing the score 35-0. Say, hey, this is a great time to get our young players in, and we're not gonna run it up, and we're gonna be a class organization as they are. Banks is up and down. A lot to be proud of with the Banks Braves football team. They're very classy.
New quarterback for the Mustangs, number 47, Luke Perez, and give up the middle. It'll be a good gain after, I think, a false start. It'll be a gain of about 8, but it'll only get about half of it back after the 5-yard penalty. Actually, they're going to give him forward progress to the 20. It'll be a gain of about 10, second down and 5.
Vast improvement by the Banks Braves defense tonight from week 2, and really kind of what we saw in week 1 against Gladstone. Just a little hiccup in last week.
5 minutes left, and Hidden Valley, I think, will pick up the first down on the ground, but well past the time of being able to do that and stay in the game. Under 5 minutes left, Braves up 35-0.
Tackled by 21, Martin. First and Mustang.
Braves with their best performance on both sides of the football tonight. Their highest point total entering tonight's game was 24 in the home opener against Gladstone. 35 tonight, and have kept Hidden Valley off the board.
Elmore with the carry up the middle.
Give to Elmore, close to another first down.
If this result holds the way it will, and it looks like it's going to tonight, Banks within their first 3 games have outscored their opponents 77-33.
And all of those 33 points have come at Estacada.
That's right. 2 shutouts there. Shutouts at 2 fine, exceptional football teams in the Gladstone Gladiators and the Hidden Valley Mustangs.
See if we can, we talked up a lot the Seaside Estacada game tonight, battle of 2 top 10, the battle of 2 top 10 teams. Seaside in a lot of top 10 polls. Estacada with a very prolific triple option offense. Try to give you a score on that game before we sign off tonight. And possibly a fumble, and it's Braves football.
Great job by the second team defense to just get in there and continue where the starters left off. And yeah, a lot of unhappy, displeased fans starting to head for the exits here at the Evergreen Sports Complex, trying to get a jump on that drive home. Definitely was not expecting this. This is a happy expectation for the Banks Braves. Great to see them bounce back. I think we all were waiting what kind of team would show up, how are they going to bounce back. I think they passed the test tonight, really bounced back against a great football team, great football program in Hidden Valley, and have played outstanding tonight and have really left the Mustang Nation real shocked.
Well, we talked about Rainier coming up next week. We do not have a score yet on Seaside Estacada, but don't sign off or don't write off Rainier next week. Listen to this score, Jonathan. Late first half, Rainier 42, Amity 16. Rainier the top team in 3A football, at least in the early rankings.
Yeah, the Rainier Columbians play a great brand of football. They like to run the football as well. They usually have some good quarterbacks that can sling it around the field. Amity's kind of struggling as well a little bit lately, but Rainier is. I mean, they just because it's 3A, 4A, don't take anything away from there. I mean, Rainier's a tough. They can be a tough out. I've seen watching them play Valley Catholic before when Valley Catholic had some good games, and they hung right with them toe for toe.
Under 2 minutes. 35-0, just a couple of plays left, and we can head to the hotel and back home tomorrow. Happy travelers. No game for the ball carrier, number 28. We talked about earlier, maybe getting out of here by 9 o'clock. It's barely 8 o'clock. And just a couple of plays left.
Yeah, easily our quickest game of the year as well.
Halftime, and we talked about whether Seaside was for real or not. Estacada up 24-0 at halftime over Seaside. Pass thrown on incomplete. Go ahead. Pass was incomplete, intended for Christian Rogers, number 22. And that may be the final play of the game. Final score, Banks 35, Hidden Valley nothing. Braves are coming off the field, and that will do it.
Yeah,
final score.
They were intent to just let it to tick down. No reason to even snap it there.
Final score, Banks 35, Hidden Valley nothing.
Banks 35, Hidden Valley 0.
Again, update from Estacada. Rangers up on another 4A District 1 member, Seaside, 24-0 at half.
Have a great weekend.
See if we can get you some other scores before we sign off. Again, all other games at 7 o'clock start, so no other finals to give you yet. Jonathan, you have anything you want to add before we wrap things up?
Well, just a great, like we talked about there in the fourth quarter, just a great bounce back for the Braves. We wondered how they were going to come out after, really getting, smacked in the mouth at Estacada, losing 33-7. But I think they responded well. Coming into this game, I didn't really get to talk about it before, but I was going to say this game I thought was going to be kind of like a heavyweight fight between two heavyweights, just trading jabs left and right. We did not get that tonight. Really surprised. It was Banks, the aggressor, that stepped right out of it. Just kind of stepped on the throat a little bit of the Mustangs and just kept on pushing it down. And then when they realized that they had it in hand, they let up and just coasted from there. But really just a surprise. Mustang fans, your team shut out a good opponent last week. They shut out Malala 36-0. They get shut out here tonight 35-0. Still have scored more points than they've given up this season. They're 1-1. They have a trip to Sweet Home next week to get back. And I think Mustang fans are going to have the same question. How will we bounce back next week? So that'll be a good point. And I think that Hidden Valley will bounce back. I think they'll get back on the winning track next week as well. This is a great football team, and it's a great win for Banks. So not taking anything away from from Nate Vidlak and the Hidden Valley Mustangs, because I think they are still a great program and a great team headed in the right direction, but also not taking nothing away from Banks, because this is a quality win against a quality opponent on the road. That's going to carry a lot of weight. And, yeah, we talked about it. I think this is going to put Banks back in the top 5 this week.
And again, this may be a season-making win to get the season turned around after the loss last week to Estacada. Seaside, I don't think, again, we talked about them possibly finishing second or third behind Banks, but that score at Estacada showing that maybe they're not as good as their record after playing basically 2 nobodies, outscoring their 2 opponents prior to tonight 103-0. And we get ready to break down tonight, or sign off tonight's game. Want to make sure we give out our Oregon National Guard hero of the game, and I think tonight that has to go to Jamar Flippin.
Absolutely, without a doubt, Jamar Flippin. He got it started with a 20-yard run, tight roping down the sidelines at the far end. That really just kind of set the tone right there, and I think it really fueled him for a big day, because he kind of break out and say, hey, yeah, this is what I can do. I'm going to follow it. Cooper Goebel also doing a great job as well, but, just him and Jamar really kind of got it going. So, Jamar, congratulations. He is the Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game.
3 touchdowns for Jamar, a touchdown run of, I think, 17 yards for Cooper Goebel, and a 63-yard scoop and score for Chuck White defensively for the 5 scores for the Braves.
And if you are a college scout and you do not have this guy, Jamar Flippin, on your radar, shame on you. I am saying shame, 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 shame on you. You better get him on your list right now. You better call up your head coaches, your offensive coordinators, and say, we got to get to Banks High School and check out this number 7 kid, because Jamar Flippin is the real deal, and he needs to be on a Division I roster.
Close to, if not over 200 yards rushing, a lot of that coming in the first half, and we hope to see more of that next week, but I think we may see a much closer score next week, even though we will be at home, especially with that score in that top 5 matchup between Amity and Rainier at the 3A level. Amity blowing out Rainier 42-16, in the first half. I think that's going to about do it for us here from Evergreen Sports Complex at Hidden Valley High School east of Grants Pass. Again, our final score, Banks 35, Hidden Valley nothing. Jamar Flippin a breakout game, nearly 200 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and a touchdown for Cooper Goebel and Chuck White defensively as we wrap things up. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor Beard, and we hope to have you back with us next week. Should be a normal 7 o'clock start for homecoming against the Rainier Columbians back at Kelly Field at Banks High School. Thanks for listening to tonight's